What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show. Jam with J Money. We back with another show, man. Make sure you guys go to sbrpeaks.com/NBA to check out all the articles we have and NBA content. I'm your host, J Money. That's my guy, Blackjack Fletcher. That's my guy, Junior Brown. Man, we're here to break down all these NBA games. We're gonna recap yesterday, go through it real quick. What not necessarily a good day, but it's not. Hey, the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? It happens, man. It happens. But we're gonna try to get back to it today. What up, Blackjack? Everything good with you, my guy?
Everything's fine. I wish we could just skip the recap of yesterday because it sucked.
Yeah, hey, it happens. It happened like that sometimes. Junior, what's up, my guy? Everything cool with you?
Yeah, I was about to say, if anyone tailed me on that Phoenix play, sorry about that. Obviously, they didn't come to play in the first quarter. I will say, though, that I'm definitely not off of the Phoenix bandwagon because in a game where they had every reason to roll over in the second half and just say, all right, well, you know what, we didn't get this one, they still competed at a high level, which shows me that Monty Williams, with the help of Chris Paul this season, is establishing a culture over there. So I'm still on these boys. I still believe in them.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was just and really, I don't put that on the Suns. The Wizards came to play there. Scott Brooks, we know that his job was on the line there. I mean, literally, if they would have lost that game, he was going to get fired after that game. So it really showed that the Wizards, even without Thomas Bryant, and I mean, hell, they played better without Westbrook. But Bradley Beal, man, he a baller, bro. It's just like I was watching the game like 6 possessions. He went down, scored every time. Nobody could stop him, man. He a pure baller, bro. Even on that team, bad of a team. He deserves to be on the contender, man. I'd love to see him over on the Mavs or something. That's my favorite player in the NBA, man. But for as Junior said some other day that Bradley Beal just go 100% every single time. It's just you said something there, Junior. I fucking love it, man. That doesn't happen. I wish every NBA player, played like that every single time they go out there on the floor. Never really want to rest anything. I got a minor injury. I'm still gonna suit up. You're a baller out there, man. Sorry about that. But yeah, the Wizards, they came to play. It really wasn't about the Suns. The Wizards came out there and smacked them. When they was up by 30, I said, I gotta watch this damn game. But the Grizzlies ended up getting it done. It was crazy there. I don't even know what we're doing here. Sexton out, Sexton in, Sexton late scratch. Like I'm talking about literally 4 minutes before it's crazy. I was on the Grizzlies, but that's just crazy there. I don't know what we're doing here. I had the Knicks there, man. Them boys, I don't know. After a good surge early in the season, the Knicks they're really falling off. There was a game there after a couple of losses. It was like, okay, we got to get our confidence back. You know what I'm saying about the Hornets? Now the Hornets, I mean, they're running and gunning right now. Them boys are balling, but it's not even that. The Knicks, it's just them boys there. You got down 20 quick, and they came back, fought back, and then pissed it away again. The Bucks end up getting the job done, 121-99. The Magic in free fall with all of their injuries. The Blazers game was pretty much crazy. I ended up falling asleep on that one, but I ended up waking up seeing the Blazers came back and win that one in the second half like they outscoring them 36-25 in their fourth quarter. When I was watching it, the Raptors were pretty much dominating, so there was a nice comeback by the Blazers to get their job done by one. The Hawks, I said it on the show yesterday when I'm not on them, obviously they come out and bust out against a shorthanded 76ers team, do what they're supposed to do. The Kings, DeAndre Fox with a huge dunk late in that game, man. He smashed it. The Pacers end up going down. They really missing TJ McConnell, their backup point guard, man. But it's enough for yesterday. That's a recap. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, we always going to recap, my guys. But on to today, that's what y'all here for. The first game of the day, my guys. Heat 76ers. Not even sure this game's going to be played, to be honest with you, but the line opened up for 76ers -4. If you guys are on it, if you're smart, if you like the 76ers, you should have got on this one way early. I mean, it's up to 7 now, and it's only going to go up higher. Both teams missing pieces, but the 76ers will probably have likely their best two players, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, which is the Miami Heat. They're down a lot of players. Like, they barely may even have the 8 players to play this game. So be interesting to see, Blackjack, what you thinking on this game, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Jay. I don't think this game gets played because the Heat have 3 guys right now on their health and safety list, and they need 2 of them to play in order to have 8. And I mean, there's been no indication that that's going to happen. If this game does get played, the only thing you can do is take the 76ers or walk away. I'm not playing this because these are 2 mash units, right? I mean, this is a mess. You can't bet this game and have any sort of confidence in it. So I'm going to walk away from this, but there's no way on earth you could take the Miami Heat here.
Got you, got you. What you thinking, my guy? Junior, you there in Miami? What's up? You taking the points here? I'm looking at the laundry. I'm looking at the injury list. Oh boy, it's just like Junior, what you got, my guy?
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching the news down here, and they're talking about the only regular rotation players that are scheduled to suit up are Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. Everybody else is either out or questionable. Bam's out, Jimmy's out, Dragic is out, Nunn is out, Olenek is out. I mean, just name their whole roster basically, right? So, Blackjack's right. The chances that this game even gets played pretty slim. In case it does, I got on this line super early. I got a Philly -4. And my thinking is pretty simple. Philly has had a couple of games with a makeshift lineup. They even had Joel Embiid playing with a couple of these backups in their last game. Now Doc Rivers says that there's a possibility that Ben Simmons could come back from his little knee issue. And if they have one of two of Embiid or Simmons, I think it's a lock. Sorry, let me not say that because there is no such thing as a lock. So, it's a strong play. If I believe,
Appreciate that.
if one of those twos are playing, if they're both playing, I'm probably going to put a little bit more on it. But as I'm saying what I'm saying out loud, the reality is we just. Listen, I said something very similar yesterday in the Phoenix-Washington game. I said without Thomas Bryant, without Russell Westbrook, they're just too undermanned, and they came out and absolutely smoked these guys, right? So I don't want to sound overconfident, but I would be very concerned if I was Doc Rivers if we have either Embiid or Simmons or both and can't win by double digits. I would be very concerned by that because Philly's lost 3 games in a row. They need wins. It's not like they can take any game for granted. So my angle is Philly needs a win. Philly's got the better players, the more complete roster, and Miami literally does not know who they can put on the court right now.
Got you. Yeah, like I say, if it's up to me, if you're asking me, I don't think that because if you're in the Heat here, it's like when these teams are kind of sort of picking and choose, like you're going to take the loss here more than likely, so you can kind of pick for it to be postponed if you kind of choose the players to be out, kind of thing. So, like I say, if they do play, in theory, 76ers should get it done. I'm looking at the roster. It is a back-to-back for the 76ers. I'm not a fan of. I like Maxey out there. I like him. You know what I'm saying? But as starting point guard is I don't really. I'm not a fan of that. And Ben Simmons and Embiid out there together. I mean, like I said, they should do business, but Embiid coming, it's a back-to-back here, so it's a lot of moving parts there, man. The Heat, we know that they never give up. It's a tough game, bro. Like I say, I would like for it not to be played, but we're gonna see, Junior. We're gonna see, man. Like I say, 76 should smash in theory, you would think, but it's a tough one, my guys. I want to get to this next game where right now we supposedly know everybody that's playing. The Nets here, this game opened up at Nets -1. I saw it move Nuggets -1. Then it got hit. Then it got hit to Nets -1.5. That's what we sitting at right now. Total sitting there 230.5. What you liking, my guy? What you thinking, Blackjack, on this one? The Nets bounce back here off a couple of losses.
I like the Nets here. KD's second game back. He had a really nice night, putting up 36 the other night against Golden State. Now he gets the chance to come back here and play a Denver team that, listen, Denver's been up and down to start this season, right? And as good as Jokic is, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, I think Jarrett Allen is not the worst matchup in the world with Jokic for Brooklyn. And let's be real, there's nobody on that roster that's going to slow KD down. He's going to get what he gets. I like the Nets at home off a loss. Like you said, Jay, this line bounced around a little bit, but I'll lay the point and a half here and take the Nets.
Got you. Junior, what you thinking about this spot here? Do the Nuggets keep it going? Are the Nuggets back? The couple of wins on the road, man. The Nuggets, they cold again, right, Joy? Or spicy Nuggets? What you thinking here, Junior?
No, these are some leftover Nuggets. I'm not a Nuggets believer at all. I knew Blackjack was a smart man, and he confirmed it with that take on Jarrett Allen against Jokic. Now, clearly, you're not comparing players. You're just talking about the matchup. Jared Allen is improving every single game, and I think that he is a Jared Allen is like a dollar store brand Rudy Gobert, which is not really an insult to Jared Allen. He's just still a really young guy, learning his way, having to deal with nonsense like DeAndre Jordan starting over him, even though DeAndre Jordan's half a corpse. So as he continues to get minutes and get experience, I think he's going to become a valuable asset because there's just really not that many decent big men in the league. And he can go a long way in proving that with Blackjack's take on he's a pretty decent matchup for Jokic. Jokic is not going to be able to outquick him, not going to be able to out-athletic him. And I think that, the mistakes Allen used to make where he used to get cheap fouls, he's actually kind of chilled out with that. And more importantly, he only does things that he can do. You never see that guy try to do too much on the court ever. So I think that, first of all, let me start over by saying I'm not a Denver believer if that wasn't already obvious. I think if you have the ability to slow down Jokic in any capacity, you probably have a very good chance of winning the game. And the other thing is their defense has been embarrassing since the start of the season, and now they got to go up against KD. Good luck with that.
Exactly. KD coming off that first game as well. We know, what I'm saying, the first one coming off a little COVID, whatever, may not be as well. Still had a good game. The Nets the OKC really brought it to them, really. I mean, the OKC has real sticky defense. They got young players that never give up. That was it's like one of their Super Bowls. We'll talk about that in a little while when we get to the OKC game. But the Nuggets, they just don't really present the same defensive matches. I mean, we know the OKC had Lou Dort out there. Like, they got some defensive, some slimy guys out there, sticky defensive guys. The Nuggets, even though they're starting to play better, it's not necessarily against tough competition, in my opinion. I mean, you go out there, do it against the Knicks, so they're slumping. Then the game before that, I mean, what I'm saying, the 76ers who were decimated, and that game was close for a while before they pulled it away, didn't let them come back and cover. So, I mean, are the Nuggets back? Or, I mean, they're still on the road here. Like I say, with this spread here, asking the Nets just to win, it's a bounce-back game. You want to take the elite team, which I still think the Nets they can be elite. They are going through a little bit of the Kyrie situation right now, which, what I'm saying, I was thinking about that all night. I'm like, damn, it could be really weighing in on them, or, what I'm saying, what's up with Kyrie, or, when is he going to come back and all this. But they just got to put that past him, and whoever's out there, you got to go and win who's there. You see what I'm saying? So Steve Nash, your young coach out there, first-year coach, you got to go out there and get wins, man, or people going to start asking questions. It's not a must-win, but I think that the Nets, an elite team coming off a loss, they facing the squad where, like you say, who's going to guard KD? I mean, they have some people that can guard him, but nobody. KD should go for 30 here in his fucking sleep, in my opinion, man. You got Jared Allen who can match up well with Jokic. Jeff Green can match up with Jokic. I kind of want to see. It's crazy because Landry Shamet hadn't really fared well over there, but he ran point guard with the Clippers. I kind of want to see him inserted because I wanted LeVert coming off the bench. Nobody in the second unit for the Nuggets is going to be able to stop it. I want LeVert coming off the bench. I don't want him in the starting lineup because then it thins out the bench. You see what I'm saying? They got to insert somebody else in there where LeVert can still come off the bench and eat. He gonna get 25 off the bench. I'm telling you, LeVert, hey, you could probably stop him. Even the starters, all right, that's enough. I like the Nets. I got the Nets. I did take a -1. It's -1.5. I like the Nets today against the Nuggets. Not even necessarily a bet against the Nuggets. It is one because I'm with Junior. I'm still not a believer of the Nuggets, but it's a bet on the Nets for me, man. As long as we got KD in there, my guy, we show Kyrie. When Kyrie was in there, it was like, all right, we show we can win without KD. Now it's his turn to show we can win without Kyrie. Insert, you know what I'm saying? You got to put, I don't care if it's Bruce Brown. Put somebody in there. Let LeVert come off the bench, man. They are still juggling the lineup, you know what I'm saying, with the Nets, but still, I like them, man. Sorry to say too much, but that is my play today so far, the Nets, man. But let's get to the next game, my guys. We got the Jazz versus the Cavs here, Blackjack. You gotta look on this. I think it's the last game of a long road trip for the Jazz here. They're laying double digits. It's always a spot there. It's a back-to-back for the Cavs, but I'm never gonna be laying points with the Jazz here on this last game of a road trip here. And the Cavs should get Sexton back as well tonight. Damn, I might be leaning towards taking the points here tonight.
I'll tell you where I'm going, J Money. I'm not taking either side, but I do like the total here. Total here is set at 207, and I'm going under. The Cavaliers' offense has been anemic. I mean, they just can't put points on the board. You mentioned Sexton back tonight. Yes, but I mean, how many minutes is he going to play? How effective is he going to be? We know that Utah does play pretty good defense. It's going to be hard for them to get in the lane with Gobert there. And the thing with Utah is, too, offensively, they haven't been playing very well, right? I mean, you look at even guys like Mitchell, and the shooting just hasn't been great for Utah. I think 207 here is a number that we can get under with these teams, especially when you look at Cleveland not hitting 100 in so many games to start this season. I don't think that Utah's defense is the one to get right against. I'm going to go under 207.
Got you. What you thinking about this one, Junior? Do you have any thoughts on this game?
It's actually my first official total play of the season. I mean, it has to be. And I'm riding with Blackjack on the under. For everything he said, plus the fact that the only optimism you can have in Cleveland is the fact that they're actually still playing elite level defense. Even in these losses, they're still holding teams. Teams are struggling to get to 100 points, but they're getting wins because the Cavaliers' offense is like straight out of like the goddamn, I don't even know what era, like the mid 90s when you had playoff games that were like 86 to 74 or something. Like they're like a throwback team in the wrong sense of the word. I mean, their games are really, really hard to watch. I'm pretty sure they haven't had a game even get to 200 in a couple of weeks. So if you're giving me 207 with a Jazz team that speaking of struggling on offense, their offense isn't great either. So you got two defensive teams, two teams that are not great on offense. Now the Jazz are clearly nowhere near as bad as the Cavs, but I just think from what I've seen this season, and again, I think 10 games is enough of a sample size. Everybody that watches this show knows that all of the generic websites out there, they always show you a team's record and what they did in the last 10 games. And that's for a reason, because that is the most recent trend. 10 games is enough of a sample size for me to say, I don't think that the Cavs are the team for Utah's offense to get right. I think they're actually going to have a hard time scoring. They failed to score over 100 points in 3 out of their last 4 games, and I think that continues tonight. So, book me with my guy Blackjack here under 207 official play.
Got you guys. I'm saying what's up to my guy Ron Crawford in the chat, man. What's up, Ron? We got a bunch of 562 in the chat. We appreciate everybody for watching, man. You guys hit the like button and subscribe if you like the content. That's my guy there, a long time. My guy Stats Wiz, man. Bunch of people in the chat, man. But appreciate everybody for watching. Yeah, they should get Sexton back here tonight. Back to back for the Cavs. Man, all these damn points and it's still going up. Joe Ingles questionable, little sore Achilles. He probably comes back. But this isn't the last game of their road trip. This is the sixth. It is the sixth game, but this is the first game of back to back for the. I know, right? Crazy. This is the first game of back to back for the Jazz. Their last. I'll be watching this game closely, see what happens. Somebody, if it's not tonight, the Jazz will probably rest a bunch. I mean, tomorrow versus Washington. Washington got to pile up all these wins. I'm just thinking about it real quick, but they're on a long ass road trip, guys. I mean, they'll probably win this game, but if I had to take something in this one, call me crazy, I'll be looking towards the Cavs here. I might wait to the last second, try to get 11. I mean, probably 11's already popping up on the board here, 10.5. I'm telling you, this is the Jazz could come out here and smash them, but Sexton coming back for the Cavs. They're a sticky team at the house, giving them 10 points. It's a bunch, man. I really do think with one of their stars coming back, I'm not looking towards Jazz here. It's Cavs or nothing for me, but I'm not making it official, just a lean, like I say. But this just was a spot to look at, my guys. Spot to look at, especially tomorrow. Jazz on the last game of the road trip facing Washington. It's always 7 game. Have we ever seen that, Blackjack? 7-game road trip? I know let me see. The San Antonio
Spurs and the Bulls go on long trips, right? Like the Spurs do the rodeo trip, the Bulls do the circus trip, but this is a long one.
Man, I think it's the longest one for the Jazz for sure. It's a long one.
Some the other day that's like the realest thing I've heard in a while. He's like, how long are NBA teams going to be second-class citizens in their own building? Like the Spurs got 5 titles, and they can't get the Texas rodeo around the Spurs.
Yeah.
Well, they like it though. Ever ever since Tim Duncan them was there, they always say they brought them like the championship years. They say that road trip always brought them together closer. So they actually liked going on their road trip. It says that they bonded together even more. So that's just what Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and Tony Parker said. That's what they say, my guy. But let's get since we're talking about the Spurs and the damn rodeo road trip, you dig what I'm saying? The Spurs enter in this game with next game up, my guy. Spurs versus Thunder. Line open up at 1.5 for the Spurs, -2. Now it's up to -2.5 here. If you like the Spurs, it was at -2 all morning here. It's up 2.5 now. Total opened up at 215 up to 218.5. Junior, so a rodeo road trip for the Spurs here. Last game of their road trip. No DeMar DeRozan. Do you like OKC here?
Man, it's hard to disrespect OKC right now, man. Every time I think, you know what, all right, that's enough now. You guys are going to regress back to the mean? No, they're really actually not. And they're a team that gets it done. I want to say they get it done defensively, but their defense is good, but it's not like elite. Their offense is clearly not elite. They just do it with good old-fashioned effort. And as long as I ever handicap any sport, I will be afraid of the teams who always give it their all, who have no reason to try and yet put in more effort than the supposed elite teams. I'm going to admit I'm afraid to fade OKC, to be honest with you. So I would take the points or I'd stay away.
No, I can't say I'm afraid. Almost afraid, Blackjack. What you think here? Do you think OKC bid on?
It's funny, Junior. Everything you just said is why I would lean to San Antonio here. I worry about teams that are consistently hard playing teams that show effort, and that's San Antonio, right? I mean, like, that's the Spurs to a T. They come out and they are consistent. You know what you're going to get from them every single game, and obviously they're not going to win all of them, but I mean, it's not a terrible matchup against OKC. Obviously you wish DeRozan was in there. This game to me is a pass because I do think this is a very, very close matchup. If I were going to play it, I would lean slightly to San Antonio.
It's crazy because I'm sitting here thinking about this one. I'm like, man, well, not now, but obviously last night. I'm like, man, I really want to take the Spurs. And it's not a fade of OKC. Usually when I bet OKC games, it's like I'm fading them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't even want to say his first name, but Diallo off the bench, it's like Humalio, whatever. But Diallo off the bench for OKC has really been their second best player. You see what I'm saying? So you have one of these cases where their second base player is coming off the bench and he's dominating everybody else. Like their bench couldn't score, but then now you have him. Mm-hmm. Maladon hasn't been like they play sticky defense, and like Junior said, they do it with effort. Problem is here they come off their road trip. Off a really good road trip, they've won 3 straight games, so they're you know what I'm saying, they're happy, they're on a high. You have this. Well, we know that I like fading the team coming off a long road trip, especially when it's successful. They've been overperforming. Then they play the Lakers tomorrow. Like you always gotta, me personally, I always have to look and see who the team plays next. Especially if it's tomorrow. Their Super Bowl is tomorrow, so it's somewhat of you just beat the Nets, you just smacked them up. It was a real big game. Now you come back to the house, could be a sluggish spot. Then you have a game tomorrow. It's gonna be just like if they hit. So George Hill and Al Horford don't really play back to backs. You see what I'm saying? Just trying to see in the future. If their Super Bowl is tomorrow and they're really taking that game versus the Lakers tomorrow, I'm just saying, like me personally, it's Spurs or nothing for me. It hurts that DeRozan's not out there, but like Blake just said, you have DeJounte Murray and Lonnie Walker that can match up with George Hill if George Hill's out there, with SGA, who's their best player, who's their go-to guy. Chris Paul just taught him a lot. You can tell he plays just like Chris Paul now, like seriously. So it'd just be interesting to see if their big guys go, if they really care about this game more, which in theory really is a more winnable game. But we see teams that when they play, they really care about playing elite teams. It's somewhat of a little sandwich spot, if you ask me, when I just look at the scheduling. Spurs or nothing. I was this close from taking the Spurs, and I'm gonna be at the spot waiting. I'm waiting to see if it's some injury news to this. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna say it, but I already told you guys. Because usually when I say the injury news, Junior, but Jay, you probably don't know, but Junior, I always try to, think about some injury. And lately it had been happening, like LeBron. And we're going to talk about that shit the next game. I said, let's get to the next one. Lakers versus Rockets. LeBron questionable every game, guys. Oh my God, this is not getting on y'all nerves. LeBron, AD, they took KCP off the but LeBron and AD every single game questionable with the same injuries. I'm starting to get very annoying me because you really don't know if they're gonna play or not. They've been playing more than likely, but all right, really starts to bug me out. Blackjack, what you think of this one? A little revenge spot for the Rockets here?
It's a tough one for me, and it's a game that I probably will pass on. If I were to bet it, I would lean to Houston and the points. You hit the nail on the head, Jay, and this has been the problem with these Laker games all year is you don't know what you're going to get from any game to game. You don't know if they're going to play both of those guys, if they're going to be on severe minutes restrictions, if they're going to play one of them or neither of them. You just don't know what's going to happen. And I suspect, unfortunately, this will be the case for pretty much the entire season. I find it hard in a spot like this to lay the points with the Lakers. It's a tough game for me to bet on. If I were, I would lean slightly to Houston in the points.
Got you. Junior, what you thinking here, my guy? The Lakers smacked them on Sunday. They did. What you thinking, Junior?
Yeah, I have so many. I don't want to go on a rant, so I'm just trying to gather my thoughts.
Please do. I want to hear it.
First of all, the Rockets have been losing by margin. That just it concerns me. Most of their losses, unless I'm mistaken, I'm trying to pull up their page, have been by double digits. Yeah, they lost the last game by 18, 7, 13, 13, and the first game in overtime by, 2? Okay, so yeah, they've been losing by margin. And I just think that the combination of completely new style and identity, main guy who kind of doesn't want to be there, 2 other alphas that are now there that, Boogie's still getting ejected. John Wall is questionable with a migraine. I don't really have a good feel for this Houston team in any way, shape, or form. The other thing that almost made me go on a rant before I controlled myself was I'm so sick. I don't want to log into the injury report looking to see if LeBron is playing, and you got Jared Dudley listed as out. Who cares? Jared Dudley's own family don't even care if he's listed in or out because he's not playing. Why is he on the injury report? Sorry. But as far as this game, I just don't have a good enough feel for the Rockets, and I don't know who's playing for the Lakers, so it's a pass for me.
Hey, dude, I was finna tweet it out. Oh, Jared Dudley's out. Oh, I better go bet the go bet the Rockets quick. Jared Dudley is out. Hey, hurry up, get on it for the line move. Big Jack, I don't know, man. I remember on Sunday, so I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, I had something on the Rockets on Sunday, just personal play. They get smacked, man. They come out there and get smacked. I'm thinking the playoff revenge. We know it's something I like to go with. So I remember I'm reading all the quotes. The Rockets saying that Silas coming to game plan what they did against Harden, all this, try to have a better game plan. Obviously, new coach. He want to show that he can win, get over that hump, beat the Lakers, all this woo. Man, they come out there and get their ass smacked. Wood talking about he can't wait to play against Davis. And Davis go out there and start 8 for 8 on your ass, man. 18 points like it's nothing. Come on, bro. You waiting for this game and this the Super Bowl and y'all come out there? It scares me. It really does. That's why I can't touch the Rockets here because they were supposed to be the game. The first one, you get smacked. And then, so they kind of showed some heart there, kind of came back, made it close. But like I say, they went and let them pull away again. So the Lakers are just better than them. The only way I could take the Rockets is if LeBron or AD sits out. And I think that, because if you're taking the Rockets, even in this point spread range, you need them to win. It's not, I need them to hang around. No, you need them to win the game and really be up by 10. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. It could happen if it'd be a close game, but it's the second game in their arena. They're wearing light blues tonight. In theory, it should be like Junior said, bro. Do they even want to play? They just out there hooping right now. Give me my money. Where my check at? John Wall said, this is what really scared me, Junior. When John Wall, he didn't want to practice yesterday. Oh, I got a migraine. Oh, my head hurts. I don't even want to practice. But they're not pissed. They're not pissed at the Lakers, man. I'm not betting this game. We don't even know who playing for the damn Lakers, man. Y'all know me. I like to take the revenge spot. In theory, the Rockets should want to come back and smack them up and still get their playoff revenge, but I can't take it, man. They don't even act like they care over there about the damn playoff revenge. So LeBron, I mean, Harden probably ready to go to the strip club, man, or he probably getting in-house. He probably getting in-house call or something. He can't go to the strip club, or they got cameras on. All right, y'all come to the house then or something, man. I don't know what's up with the guy, but nothing for me on that one. Next game up, my guys. Next game up. Let's see. We got some injury news coming out now. We got some injury news. Joel Embiid probable. We're gonna get some more. If it's something else come out, exactly. Spoiled brats. What's up, No? Say what's up to my guys in the chat. What's up, Glenn, Kelly, Reynolds? What's up, Eric 10? We got Joey here, Isaiah Moore. I need money. He's been here every day for like the past 2 years. Sharp money. What's up, El Capo, Brad Hunt, KD, and Kyrie? They say John Wall smoking and Reggie. Hey, he tripped out. D'Anthony Sims. He said Jared Dudley is the leader of the bench. Come on, man. Stop all that. Colin Sexton listed out. So Colin Sexton will not be in. Who knows?
Hit that under.
Yeah, exactly. That definitely helps that under. Definitely helps that. Ethan McCullough. What's up, my guy? We got a bunch of people in the chat. 699. We appreciate y'all for everything. Andre Drummond listed questionable. Oh boy. What's up, Derek? A big wave, Dave. Oh boy. Around 12:30 when a bunch of the injuries come out, it's coming up on my phone. I gotta let y'all know what the dealio is. But next game up, my guys. Last game up. Pacers versus the Warriors. Back to back for the Pacers. They're really missing. What's up, Nick? I see you, baby. Well, Pacers really missing T.J. McConnell, and if this is what Junior always say, he's not a household name or anything like that, but he's their backup point guard off the bench, and they're really missing him out there, Junior. What you think here? Do the Pacers bounce back, or the Warriors are the Warriors back, bro?
I don't know. I just don't like this matchup for the Warriors because the Pacers just got a lot of bodies. They're one of these. They're like of all the teams that I like to call by committee teams. They're probably the best by committee team that there is. I'll tell you what, though. One thing for the Warriors, at least the other pieces are starting to come alive a little bit. But I just think that if you're looking at Phoenix's schedule, after this Warriors game, they go Portland, Phoenix, and Clippers. And then they come home to Dallas. So if they can't get a win here, there's going to be some problems. So I know that narrative doesn't mean that they're going to win. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. I just don't like the matchup for Golden State. I think that Golden State can throw a lot of different bodies at Steph. Nobody can guard Steph, but again, they got a lot of different bodies that they can throw at him. And I think that who's really... I feel weird saying this because it's not like Domantas Sabonis is some unstoppable offensive force, but he's a damn good player. And I just think that in this game, he could get off. I think Brogdon could get off because I'm not really sure about the Warriors' backcourt defense. I'm not sure if Victor Oladipo is playing, but he could get off. I just don't like this matchup for Golden State. It's not an official play or anything because I have not spent enough time trying to research the game, but my lean would be Pacers or nothing.
Got you. Blackjack. Victor Oladipo is doubtful. He is doubtful, so he's not even guaranteed out, but he is listed as doubtful. It just depends on if they really want to win, if they really care. He could say, you know what, I want to play this back-to-back. Blackjack, what you think? Are the Warriors back? They've been somewhat balling lately.
The Warriors aren't back the way that we're used to seeing the Warriors, right? Like that team isn't back. But what they are now is they're a pretty good defensive team. I mean, like, obviously we know about the liabilities in the backcourt, but with Draymond Green back for the last 4 games, their defense has really picked up. Like, they have played very solid defense over the last few games. I don't know that we're going to see a lot out of Oladipo tonight. You mentioned Jay's doubtful. And Junior, you talked about Sabonis, and he is very good, but Indiana is so reliant on him offensively at this point. I mean, he is the vast majority of what they do is running through him at this point. And I think for a Golden State team that's playing their best basketball of the young season, they've got a little momentum now. Draymond Green's back. Him and Curry are kind of doing their thing. I like Golden State here. I'm going to lay the 3. I think that, second night of a back-to-back, possibly no Oladipo, and running into the defense that the Warriors have, I like Golden State.
Got you. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a funny game, man. This is one where it's like, especially with the points, I kind of start to like the Pacers, man. I'm kind of with Junior there. I mean, obviously, I like the Brogdon versus Curry matchup, and I like that they got Sabonis in here, Sabonis and Turner. You know what I'm saying? The Turner Wiseman's nice, and Draymond Green's nice, but Draymond is pretty much just all out there for defense. Like when Draymond's out there, a lot better defensive team. I'm leaving him open on three every single time. Him and Oubre, y'all can shoot all day long, bro. They probably go 2 for 12 out the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. It's a bounce back spot for the Pacers, man. The Pacers are a deep team. They are missing McConnell and maybe missing Oladipo out here, but I still think that the Warriors are a little too much on the high right now, man. I think that they're getting a little bit too much credit. I'm still not a huge fan of their bench, which they got some players, some balls out there, but I don't think they're all the way back. It could happen. They could keep it, you know what I'm saying, on it tonight. Last game of their homestand. Just I want to see the Pacers bounce back tonight. I hadn't bet this one. Like I said, I want to see it go up some more, man. It's only going to be going up for awards. So if you do like them, you might as well get on. Because if Oladipo is for sure ruled out, it's going to probably go up to 4, maybe even 4.5, 5. Yep. I could really see that. So and I'm still want to see what's up with Oladipo too, because that's really going to show me if the Pacers really want to come to play. If they're really tired of losing, they have a new coach over there as well. So you got to keep in mind these new coaches. They don't want to go on losing streaks. It's time to win and win quick, or your ass gonna be on the hot seat real quick, man. Hey, this guy can't win, man. Get his ass up out of here, man. We should have kept Nate Robinson, but it happens, guys. But anything else you want to say? Any other, you know what I'm saying? Any other, you want to get on your soapbox real quick, the rants? I'm here for it. We got 10 minutes for rants. Or I'm gonna go through the chat. If somebody in the chat say what's up, word. You know what? We always on the same play, man. You know what I'm saying? I like the way you think. Blackjack. Any thoughts, my guy? Anything else you want to say?
Nah, man, I gotta tell you that I'm just concerned, brother. Like more than anything, I'm just worried about where this season's heading. You know, we see these games getting canceled, postponed. I'm starting to just get a little bit concerned. I hope we can push through it. That's it. You know, things need to stabilize a little bit here.
I'm with you on that, man, and I am super confident right now because I don't even know where people's heads at. My head ain't even right now. So, Junior, what you thinking? About what Blackjack said? But like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on right now? Where the NBA players' heads at?
I don't know, but I think that at some point, the league is going to have to look at the responsibility they have to the public in the sense that. You got 30 teams, 15 guys on each team, plus the staff, and they're traveling from city to city. And every other time they stop, someone's testing positive for COVID. So, like, at some point, the outside world, like the people outside of the basketball world, are going to start to look at the league and be like, yo, are you guys going to just pretend like this is not a thing? Or are you guys going to set the example for the rest of society, which is not their responsibility. But at the exact same time, it's kind of like, the NFL's been able to kind of keep this under control, even though it seems almost suspicious now. But they have the advantage of only playing one game a week, though.
Yep.
So they can take extra precautions and different measures. On the NBA, you're on a plane every damn day, literally. You know what I mean? Or every other day, it seems like. So I don't know. I think, in my opinion, just to be quick about this, because I know we're going to run out of time, I think they're going to have to go back to a bubble situation, just like a couple of different bubbles. Like, they're going to have like a West Coast bubble, an East Coast bubble, a Midwest bubble, and then make the schedule where, okay, you don't have to like move for like a month. Like all you teams in this bubble, you play each other for this month. Or I'm just spitballing ideas. I actually don't have a solution, but they're going to have to do something to limit this travel, or else they're not going to be able to finish the season.
Nah, we going Junior Silver right now. We going to you for a decision. No, that's a damn good. It's actually, you know what I'm saying, a good. I was thinking the same thing. Like, you may have to go back to actually D-bubble, or you can have to do some, maybe get 2 separate ones. I don't know, man. Y'all might have to go, you know what I'm saying, get a head start, go play at the one that the college basketball kids don't play at Hawaii or something. You're going to have to get something done, though. But obviously right now it's not looking too good, my guy, especially the way everything, and we said it yesterday. Okay, well, if so-and-so has it, then that means they just played this team. And then you hear, you know what I'm saying, the game's being postponed and players sitting out, and it's just going to be a trickle-down effect. And then now they just did a story earlier this morning that I'm reading about how players getting it for the second time now. So scary stuff, man, scary stuff. it's tough. I mean, you can't make anybody get the vaccine. So even if the vaccine does work, so that's a whole nother conversation. But I don't know. Maybe they might have to talk about that or something, man. You know what I'm saying? They got obligations to play, so they ain't like us. Y'all got 20, 30 M's. You gotta take the vaccine now. You just want to keep getting your money.
Yeah, right.
But hey, that's all I got to say on it, my guy. But Blackjack, break them down with your official picks, my guy, before we get out of here.
All right, brother. Here's what we're doing. We're getting right tonight, right? We're bouncing back. This is a get right spot. We got to get healthy here. I'm taking the Nets minus the 1.5. I'm taking the Utah-Cleveland under 207, which really, if you're going to take, you need to jump on that now because with Sexton out, I think that thing's going to drop down to 205, 204.5 by the time we tip off. And I'm taking the Warriors minus 3. Those are my 3 plays tonight. We're winning tonight.
God, I love the positivity. I'm with that shit, especially when I got all the same ones. So I'm with you. Junior, what's my guy? What up? What's your official picks, my guy?
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad giving out this pick because I got it super early. Like I said, Philly minus 4 because I'm looking for it. I see 7.5s and 8s like popping up. There's still a lot of 7s available, but Philly minus 4. I would not suggest anybody taking minus 7 though. That's too many points. Anything over 5.5, you're getting into some sticky territory. But as far as Blackjack's under 207 in Cleveland and Utah. I'm all about that. That is definitely an official play. I think it's a really strong play. I don't think either one of these teams scores 100 points, by the way. Or one of the 2 teams is not scoring 100 points in this game.
My guy there. Junior, I really wish you was riding with us, man, on the going with the Nets against the morning after Nuggets, man. The chewy Nuggets. They're not the spicy Nuggets. They the morning after ones. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Nothing. No, I don't want to slander any companies, so never mind.
Yeah, no, we don't want any Nuggets tonight, man. It's not any Nuggets tonight. I'm on the Nets with my guy Blackjack. It's time to bounce back. It's time to go, man. With KD, we're getting back to 500. They under 500, man. The Nets. Everybody's ready to crown them. It's the same thing again. As soon as everybody hop off the train and hop on the Nuggets, then I'm going with the Nets to get back to 500 with KD out there and Jared Allen. Hopefully, come on, we're gonna need that same type of game you had versus Gobert. You want to get paid? These are the type of games, bro, that you know what I'm saying? Yep. Bring the fro. You can even leave the pick in it tonight if you want to, but bring that fro. No brace. Jared Allen getting no brace, man. Bring the fro, have it nice and shaped up. You see what I'm saying? And y'all come and get the job done. As long as he can get up on Jokic. And guys, I'm just saying the Nets got bodies that they can throw at Jokic and Murray as well. Let's get the job done. Minus 1.5. Let's get it done, my guys. Official show play. And also, I lean. I got a heavy lean to the Spurs as well, man. I might get there. It's a spot to get. It's a sluggish spot for OKC, sandwich spot. They got the Lakers tomorrow, a Super Bowl spot. Just keep an eye for Horford and Hill. It's really gonna tell us whether it's this game or they're not playing a back-to-back. So it's this game or tomorrow. We'll see, my guys. So that's the show today. We'll be back tomorrow. Keep it all positive. We appreciate you guys in the chat. Had 762 watching today. Y'all go to sbrpicks.com/NBA to check out all the NBA articles and content that we have over there. And also like the show as well if you like the content. We appreciate you guys for jamming with J Money. Back tomorrow.